So today's a pretty exciting day for myself, for Pablo Manriquez, and for Hector Luis Alamo. Together, we're starting to produce Capital Press. You go to capitol.press, you can sign up for the newsletter. As you can see, the newsletter is run by Latinos, three of us. We have combined decades of experience in reporting on immigration, cultural issues, social issues, racism, human rights, racial justice, all these things. The beauty of it is we're addressing a need that many other outlets aren't addressing, and that's one that produces news and media from a non-white perspective. And seeing that we're either immigrants or children of immigrants speaks volumes. So if you've been following me even for a short period, I haven't been on here that long, but you know that we report on immigration quite a bit. We've been reporting on the negotiations between the White House and Republicans to take away some migrant rights in order to secure war funding for Ukraine and Israel. Today, we're following Mike Johnson's little escapade down into the border with 60 other Republican House members. Rather than be in Congress and try to find solutions, they decided to go to the border for a photo op. Also, the sweeping new authorities that Republicans are seeking doesn't do anything to address securing the border or stemming migration or anything like that. Biden's supplemental bill, which has the funding for Ukraine and Israel, is actually a national security measure, and it has a ton of funding for Customs and Border Protection, for ICE, to bring in more judges, more teams for the judges, try to streamline and do better in securing the border using technology and stuff like that. It's interesting that Republicans won't address that, even though we are nowhere near having a framework that includes any kind of anything for Republicans. Biden's bill is pretty clear as to, funding for the wars and to securing the border and boosting funding in that arena, but Republicans aren't interested in talking about that. Another interesting aspect of this is how Democrats aren't coming at Republicans for refusing to add additional funding to border measures. So as you can see, the way we approach this is from a Latino immigrant, children of immigrant perspective, human rights, racial justice focused, and that's how we intend to move. And yes, we are credentialed reporters at the Capitol. I'm not in DC and Hector's not in DC, but Pablo is, and he has all the access you can stand. So if you really, really want to pay attention to what's going on in Congress, that's not a white-centered perspective. Go to capitol.press, sign up for the newsletter, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed.